صباح الخير بوكر توف بونجور buongiorno. Uh, Good afternoon, good noon, good evening. So nice to see you again and to come back, to be together again. Look at these hearts. Oh, wow, wow. Look at the lights. I think I fall of light. When we'll be together, it's make it easy to all of us to be one. When I look at your faces, I can see the colors, but I can feel the unity, the reunion through Abrahamic reunion. I can see all of you. Before we'll begin, I want to say, first of all, thank you, YBL. Live your best life for their great support to Abrahamic reunion, their great donation. And I would like to welcome one of the greatest people that I met and I will meet all the time, James Twyman, Father James Twyman. I
I
think
think
he is
he is
a great person. He is a very high level person. He is a unique person. He's a holy person. I know him very well. I met him not only as Shahabuddin some minutes ago. He said we met not in this character, in these shapes. We met before, and we met before, and we will continue like this. These days, still a little bit challenging days, hard days, not stable days, but it's from the external side. As we say, if you need to connect something, begin from yourself, from inside. And as I told you, one day, my Sheikh, I was next to him, and some disciples came to the Sheikh and say to him, "Oh, your disciple made a mistake." And I remember the Sheikh put his hand on his heart and say, "Okay, I'll take care for that." When they went out, I asked him, "Why did you put your hand on your heart?" He say, "Aha, if this is my disciple, the mistake that it's happened, it's mine, it's not his. I need to correct it within me." All of us, we need to correct that. During the time of war, I think we need to be us, honest people, great people, to believe in peace and to do that. Shahabuddin, good morning.
Good morning. Greetings to everybody. It's wonderful to see everybody's faces. Some I've known, some I don't. And again, thank you, James, for being here today. I do feel like heart to heart and soul to soul, we know each other well. There's a mere detail we haven't met in the bodies yet, but I'm sure that will happen soon. These are tough times. And we need to be real and recognize that tough times. We're dealing with people who are of all different levels of evolution, some the highest and some not the highest. And what I do, frankly, there are moments of tears, of course. There are a lot of people suffering, of course. Nevertheless, I try and focus my heart, my soul, and my breath on the word hope. And some of you might know the anthem, the national anthem of Israel, Hatikva. What does it mean? Hope. So I know with all of your prayers and all of your good feelings and all of your good breath, hope will be stronger and peace will come. Peace is possible. Peace is real. Peace is one of the names of God. Peace will come. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shahabuddin, Davidless. Thanks for this opening and holy opening, we say. Now we will move toward, mostly the people say, toward the east to see the sun rising. And now we will move to James. James, it's yours, please. Share your heart.
Oh, thank you so much, Ghassan. Thank you, David. Thanks to all of you for being so committed to being present here in this moment, to this important, critical issue of peace. More than ever before, we are called to be instruments of peace. I'm a Franciscan friar, and there's a prayer that was attributed to the founder of my order. You may have heard of St. Francis of Assisi. And you may have heard the prayer, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Now, the truth is, St. Francis himself did not write that prayer, but it does sum up exactly what his life was all about and what we are called to live. Because an instrument doesn't play itself. For example, I have an instrument here. It's called a Venezuelan cuatro, and it's a beautiful instrument, but it can't play itself. It's only when it falls back and surrenders into the arms of a master musician that the strings begin to vibrate and music fills the air. And it's the same with us. Only when we surrender into the arms of the beloved that the strings of our heart begin to vibrate and grace fills the air. So I thought I would begin here by sharing that prayer in music. And I think we can all agree that when we sing, when we hear music, there's a different quality. It touches us and moves us in a way that mere words never will. So I invite you, if you want, just to feel the energy of this prayer. If you want, you can close your eyes and just breathe deeply. But acknowledge most of all that you have been called to be an instrument of peace, each one of us. We are answering that call now. And as we do, and as we inspire others to do the same, peace is the natural result. So this is the prayer of St. Francis. Oh Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, bring your love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, bring your faith. And where there is despair, bring your hope. Where there is darkness, bring your light. And where there is sadness, your joy. O divine Master, grant that we may not seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. We are now your instruments, beloved. For it is in giving that we receive, It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and in dying to ourselves that we live. Oh Lord, make us all instruments of your peace, of your peace. So I'll invite you just to feel that energy within you. What does it feel like to be an instrument of peace? One of the things that you might feel and want to increase is courage. I was thinking about that earlier today. How much courage it takes to be an instrument of peace, to play the role that we've been given to create peace, especially in situations like the terrible war in Israel and Gaza right now. How have we been called to play our role? And do we have the courage to step forward? I know that each one of you have already answered that question by saying yes, because you wouldn't be here otherwise. And now the only thing to do is to ask for guidance. Now that we've chosen, now that we have shown the courage, what role are we to play? How are we to step forward? I know in my own life, I've had the opportunity to travel to many countries while conflicts and wars have raged. And I know that it is in this spirit of being an instrument, of surrendering, of being humble, that we can do our greatest work. And I'm very excited that very soon, either in January or February, Ghassan and I are going to be traveling to the Holy Land in imitation of two people who 800 years ago showed such courage. One was St. Francis of Assisi. People often remember that Francis traveled to Egypt to have a meeting with the great Sultan al-Kamil of Egypt. In the middle of the Crusades, the Sultan was the leader of the Islamic forces, and Francis went there as a penniless troubadour to simply share his experience of peace. And he also met, while he was there, a great Sufi Sheikh named the Fakir al-Din al-Farisi. And so the connection between Franciscans and Sufis is one that has great historical significance. So for Ghassan and I to be able to travel there as a Franciscan, as a Sufi leader, to show how common and how connected we really are, that we want the same thing, peace. This is the courage that's needed today for us to be able to step into the experience ourselves and our own lives, and most of all, to help bring an end to this terrible war. So I ask for your prayers as Ghassan and I prepare ourselves for this journey, and for all the journeys that each one of us are going to take in being an instrument of peace. We have an important role to play, and we have to have courage now more than ever, so that we can show that war and conflict are never the answer. That if we want peace in the Holy Land and in the world, we have to have the courage to stand up and say there's only one path to peace, and that is love and understanding. So I'm so happy to share this. I am actually in Sorrento, Italy right now, with a group that was mentioned at the beginning. Your Best Life is an organization that I'm traveling with right now. And just yesterday, they were able to raise within this small group, I believe it was over $10,000, to help with all of the projects of the Abrahamic reunion, so that we can train people to help when this war is over, to help bring a conclusion to this terrible conflict. So I'm so happy that I could take some time from our conference here to be with all of you. And my brother Ghassan, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's so great to be with you and to pray with you and to listen to you. Our sheikhs, they told us to look at the face of the holy person. It's kind of worshiping, it's kind of faith. And to look at your face here, Shahabuddin here, and all of you here, it's kind of faith. Sultan al-Kamil, that Saint Francis went to visit, he is the son of Salahuddin, of Saladin. And Fakhruddin al-Farisi, he is one of the greatest Sufis at that time in the East, in the Muslim world. Look at this, the connection, the UG of bringing right to left, left to right, and to make them one. We feel that all of us, we are one. It's so great. I'm catching here the words of Saint Francis in one of the books that we prepared. Three people, we say Rabbi, Sheikh, and the philosopher, Professor Abel Khayyam, Professor Roberto Arbiv, and the servant Ghassan Manasra. We prepared this book from all of the prayers all around the world. But before I will pass it to Shahabuddin again, I would like to say, once a man was in a very strange place, he say, you know what? I will run away from this strange place. I'm afraid. And he began to run. He began to run. Slowly, slowly, he began to feel himself light. There's no weight in his shoulders. And he is so clean. And he arrived. I said, oh, wow, I'm light. I can run quickly away from that strange place. Some people say, help me, help me. I don't want to help anyone. I need to live a quiet life. 1 day, 2 days, he began to feel strange also as that place. He began to search, what did I lost, what I have? And he remembered that he lost his shadow. He lost his shadow at that strange place. He said, okay, how can I get my shadow? And he said, I will go back to get my shadow. He went back to get his shadow. He got the shadow. The shadow was alone, and he didn't find any one. Ask him, please help me, please help me. When he put the shadow within him, he began to feel that inside. Help me, help me. The meaning, help yourself. And he listen, he got a lesson from there that you cannot go without your shadow because you are human. The people without shadow, they are the angels. Their house is not here, up. But if we work here and live here, we need everything with us to take it, to clean it, to prepare it, to be anew and prepare ourselves up. Shahabuddin, please.
Oh, I can feel everybody's energy so clearly. Everybody's hope, everybody's courage, as you said, to stand up and say, yes, I believe in peace, even as I'm viewing some horrendous things going on in the world, in the Middle East, but in the world. And I think, well, what can we really do? And I want to just remind us, and I'm sure you all know this, there's only one soul. There's only one being. Nothing exists except for this one being. And we're all part of this one being. And at the same time, we are all, every human being is a unique expression of that one being. And what happens? Well, we feel each other, we love each other, and yet we forget. And what do we forget? We forget the fundamental thing, which is who we are, each one of us. Who am I? Who am I? If there's one being, I can't find that one being with my mind. I can't think that one being. I can't make concepts about that one being. I can't feel that one being with my body because I'm separate. My body is separate from others. So what can I do? And the answer, of course, is there is no answer except one word. And Brother James said this, the word is love. Love is not an action. Love is a state. Love is that which is behind all form and no form alike. We can sense it, we can smell it, we can breathe it. And we can know that. And when we know love, even for a moment, there's peace not only in this world, but in this universe. We're here to love. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. So the purpose of our life is not our career, is not our form, not even our family, not even our relationships. But the purpose of our life is to allow us, our soul to be in the natural state, because there's only one soul. So I urge us, after the call today, take a moment and just feel, really feel, and the rest will come. The rest comes naturally. Thank you. Thank all of you. It's so great that you're here. The peace work, and I don't know that Ghassan will tell you, but maybe James too, but the peace work is very lonely. Even if we're with each other, it's lonely because we feel what's going on. And there's just us, and we're seemingly powerless, but we're not. We have the power of the one being with all of us, not separate from any, not separate from good or bad. But if we can feel that, we're living our purpose. Thank you.
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you so much, Abuddin, for this great words, this great light words and the light. Thank you so much. One day, light and night, they used to fight all the time. They used to fight, and light enters to the night, come to the light, and every day they are fighting. Hey, it's my time. No, I want to, because you came last night. One day, they fought and they were very tired. And one looked to another and said, listen, come to make deal, to make contract between us. Come to say when you will be, I'll be. Maybe I'll be half. And say, no, it's not so beautiful. Come, you will take 12 hours. I'll take 12 hours. They say, okay. But what is the sign between us that this is my time and this is your time? Both of them look at the birds and say, listen, the first song of the birds, it will be the edge. It will be the barrier. Then early morning when we wake up, we can listen to the first voices, the songs of the birds. And this is the sign for come to the new day, come to the peaceful day, come to play. I think this is the voice of James and David and all of us here together. Really, thank you for being with us, all of you. And as we promise, don't worry, we will not stop. We will not stop. We'll continue to love, to connect, to understand, to know, to create peace, to be together, to hug one another. As my mother told me, when she sent me first class to the school, I say to her, Mom, I want to hug you. She say, you can. I say, but sometimes I'm in the class and I'm afraid. She say, okay, close your eyes. Imagine that I'm there and hug me there. Yes, Shahabuddin, the peacemaker is sometimes lonely, but can be lonely, can be tired, can be exhausted. But the most important thing that he is or she is very strong. They will continue. During the night, you saw the movie I'm a Legend. In the night, it's lots of fear. In the morning, we will praise and continue our work. James Twyman, Father James Twyman, great teacher, great ideal, the San Francis of our time. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure. Thanks to all of you who are making the choice right here, right now, having the courage to step forward to play your role. And I'm very honored to be able to be here with you all.
Thank you. Shahabuddin, thank you so much for having you with us. We will stay until more 100 years. It's okay, you know, we'll be together, all of us, to bring the peace. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Wow. To all of you.
Love it all.